What's good, people? It's your boy NSG, aka No Signal Gaming, and welcome back to the channel, man. Right now we're just gonna be simulating to the All-Star game. None of these other games really are significant for me, so I'm gonna just get down here. I'm gonna show you guys the stats, and yeah, I'll see you guys when I get there. So right here with this trade, I'm just looking to free up a roster spot to make room for another player that we do have that I think I want to sign. So we're trying to get rid of Vincent Poirier and make some cap space. I can't pick up Vernon Carey, but like I said, I want to free up some cap space. So Brandon Goodwin, and we do get a second round pick. My bad. We get a second round pick. So why not go through with this trade right here and relieve some cap space? And he only has a year left on his deal. So we're going to go ahead and execute. So right here, we're going to try and pick up a good big in Daniel Gafford, right? So right now we have a problem. Now we have Mike Muscala. I don't really like his game. I really like bigs. Well, I want my centers to be able to block shots and get rebounds. And Mike Muscala doesn't do that. He literally does the opposite. He shoots threes. Now that's not a problem, but I don't really see him on this team in the long haul. And in order to make that trade work, we're going to pick up Cristiano Felicio's deal. We're trying to get rid of TJ Leaf and Ty Jerome. They really don't make sense for this team. And plus, they don't really like their roles on this team. And I mean, that's fine. I could care less because they weren't going to be on this team anyway. So Daniel Gafford, he's only playing 17 minutes per game in, Chicago. And he's playing behind Wendell Carter Jr., and he's playing behind Lauri Markkanen. So it's really no point in him being there. So why not come over here to us, get some PT. We're going to be young. He actually fits our timeline. Well, he fits the Chicago Bulls timeline, but he'll fit ours too. Right here, I'm looking at Mike Muscala. We're looking at his deal. He only has like a year left, so he can just walk as soon as the season is over. We have George Brooks on this team. He's just an auto-generated guy, but I really like the way he plays, and maybe he'll be on this team in the future. I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to go ahead and execute that deal right there. Looking at the team right now, this is what we're looking like at center. Mike Muscala isn't going to get that many minutes on this team. Cristiano Felicio, I'm not playing him. Al Horford, we're going to try and move him in the offseason. He's having a decent season right now. He's not playing too great. So I want him to average like 20 and 10, and we can trade him for like a first round pick. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen because, he just doesn't play like that anymore. Earl Jenkins, I don't know. I brought him in because he was at like a 77 overall. So I was like, okay, he's young. He's good. Why not? But I don't know if he's really going to be a part of this team moving forward. I would really like to keep him, but it doesn't look like he wants to be a part of this team. We have Lu Dort. I'm trying to develop his 3-point shot. So hopefully we can get that together. And let's simulate to the All-Star break. Hopefully we can get an Al Horford trade to go through. And let's see what we can do. So right here, we're looking at the All-Star teams. Zion made his first All-Star game in his second season. So that's amazing for him. Brandon Ingram makes his second. And Shea did not make an All-Star team. So kind of disappointed by that. He averaged 26 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. So not that bad of some stats. Did he get snubbed? Probably not. I mean, probably not. So we're going to have to work on it next year. I'm trying to improve his defensive skills this year while we're in season. And I'm trying to improve his 3-point shot so it can fall more consistently. He's probably not going to win most improved player unless he steps it up. It doesn't look like he's steadily improving. He improved his points per game. And that's because Chris Paul, Dennis Schroeder, and Gallinari all left. So I can see why. Right here, here's what the MVP race is looking like. Nothing to be really surprised about. LaMelo for Rookie of the Year. That's my pick in real life. I think that's who's going to win it in real life. Poku, he's in second. Hopefully we can get him to step it up. I'm going to give him more minutes, see what he can do. Hopefully he can win that. Here's the 6th man of the year race. nothing really surprised me here. Alec Burks is having a real good season in real life. I had to pick him up on fantasy. He's doing great. Yeah, like, what is he at? 16 points per game? Looking pretty great. Now we're going to look at Defensive Player of the Year. Nothing really surprises me right here. Everything looks normal. Jonathan Isaac is always in the Defensive Player of the Year race. Most improved. Hopefully we can get Shea up to number 1, but I'm not too confident in that. Michael Porter Jr. is up there. I really like how he plays. Now we're going to take a look at the standings. Nothing truly surprised me up there. The Golden State Warriors surprised me. They're doing terrible in real life. Minnesota's down here. Phoenix is down here. Phoenix is surprising. Houston is surprising. Houston, LA, the Nuggets, the Jazz, all surprised me. We're in last. That's really great. That's exactly what we need. We don't have our pick unprotected. We do have it unprotected. We don't have it protected or anything. Nobody else has it. We have it. So hopefully we can embrace the tank, lose, get either Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, and we can really do something. In the East, nothing surprised me. Cleveland surprised me right there. Atlanta, where they should be. Well, that's how I feel as a car just sped past my house. Miami Heat is real low. Yeah, the Heat are really low. I don't know why they're that low. Luka is leading the league in points per game, followed by Kyrie Irving. Not behind by too many. I think Shea is like top 20. Yeah, Shea is number 16 with 26 points per game. I think we can honestly get him up to like 29 points per game if we just horse feed him the ball, or force feed. Is it force feed or horse feed? I'm not sure. I think it's force. If we could just force him the ball, I think he can be a really great player for us. Like, he could probably be like the second best option on a championship team. I don't know if he can win a championship himself, but I wouldn't doubt it if he could. Jared Allen, that's a player we're going to look at in free agency. I don't think Brooklyn's going to give him like a big contract in the offseason. We do need a solidified center that is young. So, that's just a possible move that we can make. Here's the leaders in steals per game. Kawhi, of course. Followed by Van Fleet, Chris Paul. DeLon Wright is up there. I had him in fantasy, but I had to drop him. He wasn't really doing too hot for me. So now we're probably just going to simulate to the end of the season. I think that's where we're going to go from here. Here's what the trades are looking for. I remember I looked at these trades because John Wall got traded to the Hornets. He got traded for Cody Zeller and Terry Rozier. In terms of John Wall he hasn't played in 2 years. I think that's a decent trade. You get Terry Rozier. He's doing great in real life. So Cody Zeller, I'm not really too much of a Cody Zeller fan. Damian Jones for Bruno Fernando. I think that's a pretty plateau deal. Nobody really wins that, I don't think. Pat Connaughton for Stanley Johnson. I think Pat Connaughton is better than Stanley Johnson. Johnson hasn't had a great season. I made that trade. Dwayne Bacon gets traded for BJ Johnson. Here's the signings that happened. Shaquille Harrison, Jamal Crawford, Tim Frazier. And nothing really happened in the transaction list from what I was seeing. So yeah, let's just go ahead and simulate to the end of the season, and I'll see you guys when we get there. So now we're at the end of the regular season. We are sitting at a record of 20-61, and we have to play the Mavericks. We're probably going to lose this game. So I would say 20-62. That's probably going to be the worst in the league. And we should have like the number one odds to win the first pick in the NBA draft. If we win that pick, I'm not sure. And a motorcycle just sped past my room. So here's the Rookie of the Year race. And LaMelo is probably going to win it. That's who I probably thought was going to win. He has the most leeway on his team. Now we're just going to look at stats, see where everybody's sitting. Here's the lottery odds. We're in second. Even I feel like we should be first because we have a even worse record than the Wizards. But hey, what do I know? I don't know nothing. I feel like we should have that first overall pick though. Who do you guys think I'm gonna take with this pick though? Like, let me know what you guys think, because I'm not even sure myself. Like, I would take Cade, but I kind of want to experiment with Lou Dort at point guard. But then again, I could pick up Evan Mobley, and he could just be our center. But I'm not sure what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go ahead and simulate through this game. We ended up losing, so we finished 20-62. LaMelo wins Rookie of the Year. Not bad stats. Shooting 30% from three, 74% from the line. So not that bad for LaMelo. Ricky Rubio wins, Sixth Man of the Year. MPJ Most Improved. I really wanted Shea to win it, but that obviously did not happen. And MPJ, hopefully he can come to this team. Hopefully we can pick him up and bring him here. Steve Nash, Coach of the Year. I don't know who Justin Taylor is a part of, but here's all NBA first team. Here's the second team. The third team has Sabonis on it. Not really expecting Sabonis to be on a all NBA team, but as you can see, it did happen. Here's your all defensive teams. Drew Holiday is there. Ben Simmons is there. Nothing really too surprising. Pretty usual. Andre Drummond's on the first team. I guess that's a little surprising. Second team, Chris Paul, Jaylen Brown, Isaac. The usual people that you would have on a defensive team. Here's all rookie first. You got Wiseman. You have the top 3 picks, but you don't have Patrick Williams on this team. That's what I was really looking for. Like, I had to ask my Alexa who was the 4th pick. I couldn't even remember. Yeah, so that's what your teams are looking like. So now we're just going to head into the playoffs and simulate through that since we did not make it. As soon as I open this up, New Orleans is the first seed. It's really surprising me right now. Who else surprised me? Golden State in 3rd. The Clippers in 6th. Those are surprising. Something in the East. Cleveland is surprising me. And Miami is really low. I'm surprised Miami is really low. So, yeah, let's go ahead and simulate, see what happens. And, yeah, a couple of surprises. So, New Orleans almost lost in the first round. The Clippers beat the Warriors, so that's an upset. Cleveland went to 7 games with the Sixers. Milwaukee upsets Toronto, and Brooklyn almost didn't even come out of that from Orlando. The Nets versus Clippers in the finals. I guess that's not too surprising. And so we're going to go ahead and just simulate that and see what goes on. The Nets. And now we're going to get into the offseason. So let me know if you're ready for that. Go ahead and leave a comment.